Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast.
Shining light on today's tastemakers
And innovators.
Kick it with your host, Christopher Boykin.
It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast.
It's Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast here on iHeartRadio. Thank you guys. You tune in weekly. We release episodes every week. And this week we have another guest coming out of Miami, Florida. He goes by the name of Mr. Dwight Thomas. He's in the building. He has a fantastic organization and fantastic cause. He's doing amazing things in his community. And we want to know a little bit more about that. So Dwight, without further ado, how you feeling? First of all, brother, how you feeling?
I feel great, Chris. Appreciate you for having me, man.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. For those who don't know, one of the most requested questions I have for you, Dwight, was getting a little background story on you as a community leader and as an advocate of change. You know, what inspired you and continues to motivate you to get into the public arena?
Well, a little bit about me, like you said, I'm from Miami, Florida. I've been working as a private investigator for about 13 years. I created this nonprofit back in 2020 during the pandemic because a lot of people was home and the only people that was on the streets was the homeless community. And I kind of wanted to find a way to reunite the homeless with their families.
Wow.
So we kind of started doing that from doing background checks, skip tracing, things like that. Pretty much just using databases, my skills that I would typically do. So besides doing that, we feed them hygiene products, things like that, trying to make it a little bit more comfortable.
Wow. And you've been doing this for some years, correct?
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 3 years now. But company-wise, I've been doing it for like 13 years in my field.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. And like I said, that you just hit on something that was so key. The pandemic really highlighted some areas. It really, really exposed some things. And one of the most critical, like you said, components was, other people was experiencing, but for you to be doing what you're doing with the homeless and having that sense of understanding that, man, there's another society of people who are actually going through even more. Probably, if not even more worse than other individuals, man. So I definitely respect your work and love what you're doing, bro. I think that's really dope.
Appreciate that. I just actually, we're adding 3 more new programs to the nonprofit as well that I think I'm going to implement next year. There's going to be some change in as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Your organization, Thomas for Them Incorporate. Can you let those know? Who really not for our listeners who's not familiar with what you do and what that organization is about. Can you give us elaborate a little bit more on that?
So besides reuniting the homeless with their families, the 3 new programs we're going to be starting. I'm starting an inmate program, and that's for the recently released inmates. We're going to start helping them with resumes, and we're going to give them interview tips. We're going to help them find family as well.
Wow.
Because a lot of people that come out of prison are supposed to have jobs, but it's hard for them to be able to get jobs because they don't know how to get back into the work field. So
correct.
That's one of the programs we're starting. I have a little bit of experience when it comes to runways and human trafficking. So I started another program that's going to help parents and kids by doing ink fingerprinting for babies because they're not in the system. So we're going to be teaching parents about human trafficking, runaways, benign episodes, things like that. That's going to be another program. My other program is just going to be a regular family reunification program, and that's for anybody who needs it. People that's been adopted want to find family. You might want to find a cousin you haven't spoke to in years.
Wow.
So these things are going to help when it comes to that. But mainly my thing is the homeless population.
Okay. And I know some of the other things that you do, like you said, is child safety awareness, prison reform. I love that. That's amazing as well. Investigations. I think you alluded to that earlier. Family reunifications. I think that's awesome as well too. Would you say, based off the history and track record right now, what your organization is putting out, are you guys satisfied with what you have been achieving thus far, or is it just is very challenging, demanding industry? There's some ups and downs. Because people may think it's all glitz and glamour, but for so for literally you got your hands in the trenches. Are you guys satisfied with the success rate thus far? Do you see more potential to grow?
Definitely more potential to grow. We do have a lot of setbacks because you have people that. So I may want to reunite a homeless person with their families, but families have all type of situations and drama. So if I do go ahead and call, let's say Cedric's mom that he want to reunite with, whatever drama they had, he know why she may not want to speak to him. So sometimes the unification things become an issue, but since 2020, we probably reunited 9 families already.
Beautiful.
And it has been good. We're working on trying to get more funding and things like that. That where mostly of our issues become into play. It's kind of hard being an African American man in the nonprofit sector because you hear a lot of things that go on within the government, and people try to steal money and this and this. But I mean, I fund everything out of my pocket, regardless. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do. It's probably the best thing of what I do. So it's been challenging in a few different areas.
Yeah. I think you just said something. Additional resources. That's actually my next question. What resources outside of monetary gain, of course, being the most critical one, if we continue to produce and do your work, is there any other resources that you're in need of that the public and the listeners that can support in a different way if they don't have the monetary resources, of course, which we know is the primary, but is there any other way people can help and support?
Yeah, pretty much just sharing what we do. That's one of the biggest things. We're also looking for board members and volunteers and stuff like that. Just pretty much using your resources within their own fields to be able to connect and bring more awareness. I think that's way more important to me than funding.
Yeah. Because once the Wests get so big, the funds are come included.
It comes regardless.
Yeah, you're right. Any upcoming events or any opportunities that the public can get involved in? Any upcoming events or workshops, anything of that nature, classes, courses that people can tune into?
Yeah, we got a few things in the works, especially coming up next year. We have a few organizations that we're going to be partnering with. Every third Saturday of the month, we do a big homeless event where we go out, we do the feedings and give them clothes, hygiene products. I actually have an organization that's going to come out and do like wellness checks and blood pressure, things like that. So that's going to be great. I have a toy drive coming up on the 23rd of this month that we're doing our first annual community Christmas toy drive. So that's going to be big. We're working on getting new and used toys, and if people don't have toys, I mean, you also take monetary donations that they can just literally donate from our website. So everything goes to
Beautiful. And you're also a private investigator. I think you alluded to this earlier in the episode, and provide consultant for your own company. Can people hire you for individual services outside of your nonprofit, or they strictly got to deal with you inside of Thomas for them?
No, yeah, people can definitely hire me. I do a private investigation full time, so I'm literally always on the case. My company does private investigations. We do notary, we do background checks, we do surveillance, ink fingerprinting, things like that. So I'm always on the move when it comes to it. People can find me. What my company name is. I am Dwight Thomas Consulting. So Google that, you'll most likely find me.
Fantastic. Any final words you want to get to the general public, Dwight, as we conclude, brother, on what's necessary, what's important, how they can help and continue to support this organization, and it is literally be a part of change. Be an advocate of change, be a part of the community. There's thousands of listeners listening to us right now. Any words you want to give to the public, really, to continue to come out and support what you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. I would say I'm not doing anything special. I mean, anybody can do it. If you claim your city and you claim your hood and you claim your state, like, it takes nothing to go out there and try to go the extra mile for people around you, because you never know what people need. As far as when it comes to us, you can find us on all social media platforms at Thomas for Them Inc. If you want to donate, we definitely welcome it. If you want to share our posts, definitely share it. If you want to send me an email, we're at info@thomasfreedominc.org. Definitely reach out. Need a consultant, stuff like that. Even when it comes to the nonprofit, if you email me, not everything is monetary when it comes to me. So you can email me there and we'll ask you some questions. So you want to ask me questions, and definitely can find me.
That's what's up. It's Dwight Thomas, guys. Community Works is the name of this episode. My brother is doing amazing things out there, and I am stamping it. You hear me? Support Thomas for them, Corp, INC. The man is doing amazing things out there in Miami, Florida, not just for his city. He's doing it for the world. I think that's a community leader and an advocate of change. You guys know, tuning into this episode, we need change. We need people helping. We need humanity helping each other, and our brother is doing amazing things. Please, please, please donate and support. If you don't know how to donate and support, if you can't do that, we understand it. Share, like, subscribe, comment. Do anything you can do to get this message out there, because it's very, very, very important, and we need more of it in society. It's Stardom101 Magazine. Dwight, I appreciate you, again, my brother, for literally picking us and selecting us to get your word and your message out there. It means a lot.
I'm a big fan, Chris. I appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely, brother. It's Stardom101 Magazine, iHeartRadio. We will be back next week for another episode. Thank you guys once again for faithfully tuning in, featuring entrepreneurs, talented individuals, business professionals all over the world, making a positive impact in society, just like Mr. Thomas is. We see you next week. Peace.
Are you on the rise to stardom? Well, get featured in the next issue of Stardom101 Magazine and promote your business or products today. Text MAG to 804-550-8647 or visit stardom101mag.net.
You're listening to the Stardom101 Magazine Podcast with Christopher Boykin. Be sure to subscribe and download this episode, and continue to listen to Stardom on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.